Okay, guys. Hi, guys. Today we're gonna be playing Showman The Awakening. This is my first ever gaming video, and yeah. If you don't know the context of this game, Showman's Awakening originally began as a game called Phobia: The Awakening. Instead of these animatronics right here, it had the Wiggles and because and the developer is he wanted to make he wanted to make original characters of his own, and so we made this game, and this is going to be the series continuing. And also, this game's going to receive an update probably after the next game, Showman Helen, comes out. If you don't know what that is, it's an extension to Showman's The Awakening to get some stuff clear. And the update, he said the update's probably gonna come out after the update's gonna come after Showman Helen comes out. And so yeah, this game is gonna be receiving an update probably soon, and the update includes updated appearances of the animatronics. It makes the updated design fits their character more, and they look more decrepit and deteriorated because in the lore, these guys have been they've been in a warehouse for about 9 years. So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start playing the game now, and let's start with night 1. By the way, I've already played this game. I've unlocked all my. I have tapes, got all the tapes. I have extras, and I have the Showman golden, the little tiny golden Showman statue on my desk because I beat the game. But I just want to play this with you guys and explain some stuff. Okay. So let's play night 1, and you're about to see you're about to see a thing just
remember, come find me. I will help you.
As he walked down the hallway, it felt as though the eyes on the shelves and robotic skeletons were watching him. He shuddered and hurried to the office. So yeah, this is the loading screen. This game's pretty eerie. Night 1. Okay. This whole game was made in Blender, by the way. We'll be receiving
Hello, Mark.
Are you
there?
Talk,
Okay. My name's Matthew, and I'm sure you've been informed that I was going to call you to, help you out with your shift. If you weren't, don't be too surprised. We aren't told much around here. Anyway, welcome to your new overnight job here at our storage warehouse. This place holds things like props, items, supplies, animatronics, and stuff for a small closed-down restaurant chain known as Showman's Pizza Place. Showman's Pizza Place opened in 1990, but closed down in 1998. And right now, the founder is looking for ways to reopen the place. Out of all the animatronics we have stored here, only a handful of them are working good enough after all these years of just sitting around and rotting away. Now, they aren't working the way they should. They say that the animatronics had this advanced technology that made them walk around and interact with people, but it was never used when the restaurant was open. And basically, the animatronics have been reported to be wandering around the warehouse at night. They also have a somewhat odd behavior. It's your job to make sure that these things don't, wander outside or break anything, but I also want to warn you that they have wandered into that office before, and you should be careful about that. Our last security guard did find that weird-looking mask that's underneath your desk. The animatronics would wander in and just stare, but they'd leave when he put that thing over his face. I guess it does something with the facial recognition systems, but it really doesn't make a whole lot of sense. But hey, if it works, right? On the sides of your desk, you've got two buttons to turn on the lights in the hallways, and you've also got that tablet for viewing the security cameras. And I'm sure you've noticed that old and unfinished animatronic sitting in front of you. It's been known to be a bit twitchy. If it ever starts to act up, you can give it a hard reset by pulling the lever attached to the box on your desk, which I should also note the power it uses is pretty dangerous, and it may even add more power to the animatronic too. Trust me, you don't want that thing getting overcharged, so just use that as sparingly as possible. I can assure you, as scary as this all sounds, it's likely just a glitch in their systems, and we're working to get it fixed as soon as possible. I'll try my best to keep you updated on things. Oh, and one more thing. Remember to keep an eye on the clock, because your shift ends at 6 a.m. When you're finished, you'll need to fill out a report and hand it to our boss, Jason. He'll be waiting in his office outside. Stay aware, and have a good night.
Okay, so Johnny has already... this guy's animatronic's name is Johnny. He started moving already. And to give some context, this warehouse is a storage for old animatronics and props and stuff from a pizza place named Showman's Pizza Place, and all these other animatronics are from the other locations, and they're kind of broken apart, but these ones from the original location, and were kept intact. And yeah, so Johnny's already started moving. Nothing really happens on night one. Johnny and Harry are the only ones active. Harry's the green tuxedo, and those two are the only ones moving tonight. Johnny's about to come in my hallway. He's one stage away. He's about to come in my hallway. And he's here. And actually, shining the light on them stalls them. By the way, Johnny is more affected by the light than Harry is. Johnny is slowed down more by the light than Harry is. Harry's more aggressive than Johnny. So, yeah, you can hear them talking, and I like that the developer added that. You can hear them talking and mumbling in the hallways. The vent animatronics will also mumble in the vents as they crawl in, and she right here, she'll become important on night 2. I won't talk about her tonight, but she talks as she activates, and yeah, I like how it's like 3D, fully 3D. You can see them walking straight up to you. It's kind of cool. I like the developer added that stuff. He's a pretty cool guy. Yeah, Harry, he's coming the hallway. Now we got 2 animatronics in our hallway. Johnny's probably gonna come before Harry because he's closer. So yeah. Harry? That was Johnny. Johnny's at his last phase right now. He's about to enter. I'm gonna get ready to put this mask on. Yeah, it's pretty cool how the developer added them walking straight into your office and staring you dead in the face. It's kind of cool. It's cool. Not kind of. Harry's gonna come next. He's pretty close, but he's not on his last phase yet. Also, a key characteristic of Harry is he's kind of not really the brightest. He's meant to be an old man, and he's meant to be an old man who's not really the brightest, and he's kind of he's not really smart, but he is like but he's good. I think he said, "Is D in there? Or are you in there?" And obviously, he said, "Hey, what are you doing?" But yeah, he's like, behind the tuxedo, he's kind of like a fancy guy, and he has like kind of like a southern accent, and he's kind of like fancy. The night's about to end. Well, we did it, guys. Harry was about to enter the room, but we beat it. Only Johnny did. We beat it, guys. Woohoo! 6 a.m. Time to rest. And guys, there's about to be a cutscene. Yeah, like, it's a cutscene.
So, it was only the 2.
Yeah.
Last guy said another was moving around.
Any idea what's going on with them?
No. Well, not exactly. All we know right now is that it probably has something to do with an old and unused system in their programming. We're going to be looking into it some more today. Besides just those 2 going about, was there anything else you noticed or heard?
No.
Well, I suppose that's better than something. Anyway, I won't take up any more of your time. You're free to head back home now. Go get some sleep, and thank you.
Yeah, no problem. See you tomorrow morning.
See you tomorrow.
yeah. So what happened in that cutscene was Jason, like, he's the founder of, like, the entire Showman company, and he just wanted to, like, be like Mark, or protagonist, he told him that what was happening and like how these two, Johnny and Harry, were moving, and the previous security guard was convinced that that there were two animatronics wandering around, three actually, sorry, wandering around, and will we ever figure out the third one? We'll see. Let's go to tapes. Let's go to tape 1. This is tape 1. Yeah, that was a pretty cool tape. I wish, like, other FNAF games showed them performing. As you can see, we're in some sort of storage room. And guys, I'm new to YouTube, and the recording is probably gonna, I only have like 9 subscribers, and like the recording, who knows, like I might be able to record like 50 minutes because this game is about 50 minutes long, and who knows, like the recording may cut off because maybe I don't have enough time for this to be put on YouTube, because I have a limited amount of subscribers, and but who knows, guys, or I'm just not going to be able to post this. And well, I mean, if you guys aren't seeing this, then that means I didn't post it. Night 2. This pirate guy, Captain Cackle, is active. The warehouse was either full of arguments or dead silence, but it was always unpredictable. Yeah, this warehouse is pretty dirty because of the dirt stain on the wall. They need to hire a janitor. Okay, and you have to be keeping an eye on Captain
how's last night?
Cackle.
I'm pretty sure it went well. So I want to warn you that one of our animatronics, Captain Cackle, has been acting a little strange. He can be found on camera 6, and I'd advise you to keep a close eye on him to make sure he doesn't leave the room or anything. And if he does, then maybe try looking for him on one of the other cameras. I don't know. It's better to make sure that he just stays put. I'd also like to point out that the lights inside your hallways are fairly bright, and some of the animatronics seem to be sensitive to bright lights. If you keep the lights shining on them, you might have a small chance to stall them for a bit. Well, then again, that might not be a great idea. It's probably best to let them wander in and out instead of keeping them watching you from the hallways. Anyway, I'm sure you've got everything under control. Keep an eye on Captain Cackle, use the mask if you need to, and also keep an eye on the animatronic in front of you. And as for everything else, it all seems to be going somewhat okay, despite what's been going on with Captain Cackle. Hopefully we can get it sorted out soon. Good night, Mark.
So as you can see, like, basically the phone call is saying Captain Cackle has been acting up, and like he's kind of like glitching out, and he's kind of being aggressive, and we have to keep an eye on him. Also, she's active tonight. We have to watch him, and if he leaves, we have to find him on the cameras. And like, and if we don't, he'll get us. He'll scare us. And like, as you see, he has multiple camera poses. They're randomized, I think. And like, he'll move depending on like, well, he'll move by random. As you see, he's up close to the camera. And she's active tonight, actually. She becomes active. Peggy, her name's Peggy, and the woman sitting in front of us becomes active tonight, and her name's Peggy, and how to deal with her is, when she gets to her final phase, you have to shock her, and then that's how you deal with her. She hasn't moved yet. Not yet. I'm not going to shock her until she's at her final phase. A lot of people mistake by shocking her too early, and the more you shock her, the more active she becomes. A lot of people mess up with her. Captain Cackle moves again. He has his hookup now. Let's see his random camera poses. Like, it's randomized. Okay, Johnny, I'm pretty sure he's at his final phase. I'm ready to put the mask on. I'm ready to get the mask on pretty fast. I'm ready. Captain Cackle still has his hookup. Harry's in my left hallway. I hear him. One thing you learn about this game is this game has very eerie sounds, weird sounds, but it's nothing. I like that the developer put that. It makes the tension up higher. It just makes it very stressful on later nights. Peggy, if you notice, if you look very closely, she slightly moved. Her head's kind of straightened up more. She slightly moved. I'm ready to put the mask on. I'm pretty sure he's close to his final phase. Yep. This is his final phase. This is phase 4. This is his final phase before he comes to my office. I have to put the mask on, and ready. Keep watching Captain Cackle go. No vent animatronic is active this night, actually. No vent animatronic is active this night. No one's in the vents. That's just the ambient sound that I was talking about. It's pretty stressful. Sometimes kind of annoying. And Captain Cackle, he's back in his default pose. Back in his normal pose with him looking down, deactivated. By the way, Captain Cackle, he used to be Captain Feathersword in the Phobia game. In the Phobia game, he used to be Captain Feathersword from the Wiggles. That's a fun fact. I actually have that game on my computer, but I feel like Showman's is better than Phobia. Like, Showman does stuff better. It has better graphics and everything. Johnny, shut up. I'm prepared for Johnny to come in. He hasn't been in this pose pretty much. He's looking at us, but he's still on his wooden base. Peggy has barely moved. She wasn't really a threat this night, but she's probably going to become an issue on later nights. I haven't even had to shock her yet. Here he is in my left hallway. I hear him. Here he's in his second phase. It's 5 a.m. because the music, like, when it turns 5 a.m., the music tenses up. Last phase. Get ready to put the mask on. We did it, guys. Did it while Harry was in our office. Can you hear me? 6 a.m. There's about to be another cutscene. There's a cutscene after every night. Didn't even have to shock Peggy once. You can watch this cutscene. If you, So what happened in that cutscene was, like, while Mark was leaving the warehouse, like, he saw that animatronic. It's actually called the Figure. He'll become important later. We'll see him later. But the Figure, he was, Mark was, like, kind of, maybe we'll see more lore insight into this, but he seemed maybe to have a connection with it or something. I don't know. And, yeah. So, let's do tape 2. Here's tape 2. Now let's watch this tape.
I think I know why these machines are behaving so odd. When they were first built some years ago, the team worked the advanced facial recognition system into their programming. The prototype allowed them to see and think, providing state-of-the-art interactions. Ultimately, it never worked the way I wanted. It was too far out of my scope and budget to be practical, so we opted for a cheaper alternative. However, I recently discovered the old system is still active in each animatronic. I think it's bugged. I thought I had it wiped from their mainframes, but now it won't override, and we can't disable it. The animatronics themselves aren't even acting the way they should when it is active. I wonder if any of my employees have malicious intent. Sometimes I wonder if it's him.
That's take 2. Okay, so if you were wondering what that was about, what it was about is so Jason, he's the one that made the tape. Remember the founder guy? He was he was trying to figure out. Trying to figure out why these animatronics are acting this way, wandering around the building with hostile behavior. And he thinks it's because before the restaurant was built, these animatronics had the animatronics had a face recognition system which allowed them to think and just talk and wander around the restaurant. But it was scrapped because it was scrapped before the opening because it was a little too expensive. And he thinks it's still active in every animatronic and it's bugged. And he also said it could be an employee who's triggering all this bad stuff who did this, but who triggered their outdated facial recognition system. But then at the end, here's some lore stuff. He said, or it's him. We don't know who him is yet, but I'm gonna guess the figure, and you'll know after night 6 that it's probably the figure after you know all the lore and stuff. So let's play night 3. Night 3, the vent animatronics are active. Tony and Showman himself are active. They're gonna go in the vents. And this is where I might not be talking as often because I have to focus. And night 3 is when it starts to become a little more aggressive. So let's see. His hands shook as he fell into a cold sweat. He could feel the presence of something or someone that he knew. Let's see what that will be. 12 o'clock a.m. Night 3. I didn't even have to shock Peggy last night. I have to check all the vents this night because of
Mark,
even animatronics.
when everyone was
even have to
getting
shock
into
Peggy
work in the morning, they found that one of the animatronics was sticking out of one of the vents. I've been told that they were never programmed to crawl. Now, while some of those vents do lead directly to your office, you can shut them through the cameras, but only one can be shut at a time. So if there happens to be more than one animatronic in the vents, then just block the one that's the closest first. I wouldn't scared to wait for them to enter the office and then put the mask on. Honestly, I don't even think that would work. Everyone's trying their best to get this figured out, but despite our efforts, not much is getting any better. We have no idea why these things are acting the way they are, and people are starting to point fingers and are making assumptions. From the looks of things right now, we're probably not going to get much further with this. Regardless, we're determined to finish it. You're doing pretty good so far, and I advise you to keep it up. We're all very stressed out right now, and I wish you the best of luck. Good night.
As you can see, Peggy is way more aggressive than she was last night. She's already almost to her final phase. That's kind of crazy. No one's in the vents, just ambient sounds. I'm getting ready to shock Peggy. And as you can see, she made a voice line. She moves, as she gets close to her final phase, she makes some voice lines. That was Tony. He's about to enter the vent. Here you can hear Tony laughing. He has a pretty deep laughter. That's a distinguished Showman and Tony's laugh. Oh crap. I might have to... Johnny might come... Oh! Yep, finally had to shock her. Yeah, they're way more aggressive this night. Can't really talk. Right now, I have to focus. See that Easter egg with the eyeball? Do you see that Easter egg with the eyeball? Like there's an Easter egg with this eyeball right here. It looks at you. It looks at you. It looks at you, but quickly turns away. That leads me to believe that there's something else going on here. Maybe the system is in every animatronic. Maybe this is in every animatronic, and while the other animatronics, like, they're aware of anything happening around them, but they're paralyzed basically, and these are the only ones that can move. And Peggy is already looking at me. As remember, Tony's very aggressive this night. He's fast. He's very fast. He's probably, if you don't count Cap and Cackle, he's probably the fastest and most aggressive out of all animatronics. But if you don't count Cap and Cackle, of course. Cap and Cackle is the most aggressive and fastest animatronic. But if you don't count it, it'll be Tony. They're very aggressive. But Showman, he's kind of slow. He's the slowest and least aggressive out of all animatronics. He's pretty slow. Barely, like, he'll come to the vent, like, there he is right now. He'll come to the vent, like, a little bit. That's Showman. I didn't even know Johnny was that close, bro. This snited. Try not to get distracted. That Showman. Oh. Showman's closer. Showman is closer. Hello. That's Peggy. Oh. Just shut that vent so fast. Harry's talking back. I died.
Oh, how embarrassing.
Harry will approach you from the left hallway. Once he is inside the office, put on the mask before it is too late. Okay, guys. I think I'm done for today. There's probably going to be a part 2. And, there's probably going to be a part 2. I think the video is getting a little too long. Like, it's 41 minutes now. And, let's just, I think I'm done for now. So, guys, remember to like and subscribe. If you like my videos, you can like and subscribe. If you you can and like I'll probably make a part 2 out of this. Like I'll try to beat night 3, night 4, night 5, maybe even night 6. But we'll see. And that's it, guys. Have a good day.